in terms of the line of actual control, there are actually about 6 areas where much of the transgressions or much of the jostling between the two sides happen. The Namkachu area, Samdurangchu, Chanzu, Asafila, Migyuthun, Lungchu. In 1959, the Chinese have occupied some areas closer to Lungchu, and that is where they constructed the well-off society village, as they call. And basically, these well-off society villages, there are 150 households have been constructed, and they're inviting people to come and occupy those houses. And typically,
but that's on the Indian side, sir. Sorry, if the occupation has been on the Indian side, or is it on the Chinese side? I mean, on both sides of the LSE as we talk.
So the McMahon line includes Lungchu, but in 1959, they through the military occupation, they have occupied Lungchu area. They put up an outpost there first, and then gradually they expanded, and now they have this well-off society village. So technically, it is south of the line of actual control in the Indian land. And there was this difference between the Ministry of External Affairs, which said that this is indeed in the Indian side, while the then CDS, General Rawat, only mentioned because the armed forces, they go by what the government of India decides in terms of sovereignty, and they go by the areas that they need to protect according to the instructions that were given from the South Bloc and other agencies. So there is a internal difference in the decision making within India on the Lungchu well-off society village. But from the point of view of the strategic domination efforts, the Chinese have done a lot of infrastructure development on their part, and they can reach the line of actual control in about just about 8 kilometers away from the actual line of actual control. On the Indian side, it takes anywhere between 20-25 kilometers.
25 kilometers.
Which means they have to really trudge all across, trek across, and then reach the line of actual control. And this is where the Chinese were able to push a little bit of these salami slicing. And so the pattern is, first they would release the yaks or sheep for grazing, and the Chinese troops come in the form of shepherds. And they push the border, they graze in the Indian controlled areas, Indian perceived line of actual control areas, and then they put up a telltale mark there, some Chinese cigarettes, cans, soft drink cans or whatever, all that stuff. And then gradually they put up a Pakka building. From there they construct a huge outpost. So the salami slicing is step by step, watching the other side, how do we respond. And since we require 22 kilometers, as you see in these mountains, is quite a lot of time. It takes 3 to 4 days for the border patrols to reach those points. And so it's quite tedious, and that's how India today is now constructing those 64 strategic roads in the border areas. And by October 2021, they already finished several of these projects.